The evangelist in the Greek is called euangelistes. 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 And he is a bringer of glad tidings. The glad tidings is in Greek called euangelion, which is also the same word as the gospel or the good news. So the evangelist is anybody who is bringing good news. So an evangelist could actually be, in our own terminology, a newscaster who is telling us good news in a general sense. In the Christian sense, an evangelist is somebody who proclaims, who declares, who tells the good news of the salvation that Jesus Christ won on the cross at Calvary for all of mankind. That is an evangelist. He is somebody who goes about telling the good news of the kingdom, that Jesus has come. In Romans chapter 10, from verse 14, it is written, "How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher?" Note that. That preacher, that is the evangelist. "And how shall they preach unless they are sent?" That would have been an apostle. But I'm saying that because I want to tell you a difference here now. As it is written, "How beautiful are the feet of those who preach the gospel of peace, who bring glad tidings of good things." Speaking here about an evangelist. Now, the difference between an evangelist and an apostle is that the evangelist does not have the kind of power and authority that the apostle has. The evangelist's role is essentially to go into a locality and preach the gospel to bring people into the church. That is his function. He's a bringer of glad tidings. There is also another distinction I want to point out. Let me read Acts chapter 8 verse 4. After the death of Stephen, and there was this attack on the church in Jerusalem, the Bible says, "Therefore those who were scattered went everywhere preaching the word." They became evangelists. It didn't mean that they were in the office of evangelist. Remember, Paul had written to Timothy, I think in 2 Timothy chapter 4, I believe it's verse 5 or so. He said, "Do the work of an evangelist." It didn't mean that Timothy was an evangelist, but he could do the work of an evangelist. Indeed, every Christian is called to do the work of an evangelist. Yet the office of evangelist is there.